Lydia Ward. I just wanted to take this time to introduce myself to you. I make videos. I didn't think that this is something I would be doing at this time in my life, but then I never did really have a plan. So how it started was my brother Mark and we watched Marvel Comics, and I would guess the next scene, and he would say, if you're so good at it, you should make movies. Of course, I can't make movies, but time will tell. So with that being said, I started making videos, putting them on YouTube and also on Facebook. The audience so far has been anyone who wants to know interesting facts about personality profiles in the Bible, characters in the Bible. In my Bible, Life Application Study Bible, I have 131 personality profiles. And I'm finding some interesting tidbits, not only to go along with the storyline, the course of history, the timeline, but also just to show you some things that these were people living in the times in which they live, and how their encounter, how their commitment to their faith, relationship with God, relationship with Jesus shaped their path. So with that being said, I am a mother of 3, grandmother of 10, and soon to be great-grandmother of 1. She was supposed to have the baby yesterday, so I haven't gotten a call yet, so I'm going to assume the baby, it's going to be a little girl, hasn't been born yet. I'm also retired from the federal government. I had a great job. I worked with some great people and some unusual people, but one thing, they were all about getting the work done, and I'll never forget that about each and every one of them. I'm currently a part-time secretary at the church. I'm a member of Willow Praise. Yeah, Willow Praise Church. It's really Willow Praise Assemblies of God. And my pastor is Larry Bogum-Reef, and the First Lady's name is Candy. They are truly a couple that love the Lord, and their love between the two of them, it shows you what the foundation of marriage should look like, okay? With that said, my hobby, I never did have a hobby up until this point. You know, it was either working or just being caught up with the things of this world, you know, movies, fashion, things of that nature. But now that I've been allowed to go deeper in the study of these personality profiles, I find myself wondering what it was like for them in the times in which they lived and how it all worked out for them. So because I find it interesting, I thought maybe you would too. And if not you, maybe someone else would. So I came from a family of 7. I have 5 brothers and 1 sister. I have 1 deceased brother, and I miss him dearly. Both of my parents are deceased, and if you look over here, that's a picture of my parents. You probably can't make it out, but that's Irene Ward and Frank Steve Ward. I love my parents. I love my mom especially, and I thank God for her. So, on to my story. I'm going to change the name on my channel to Ladybug 2022. And the reason why, today I was looking up a video I made for the church, and it was just the November 2022 video. A video just telling you everything that's happening at the church for the month of November. And I find that there were other people using the channel Lydia Ward. That is my name, but I don't have copyright pattern over it. I can't control who uses it, but I do have a brand name, and it's Ladybug 2022. I like that name because my brother Mark, he calls me that, and I just think so much of him. So that's going to be my new channel name. And so I just wanted to introduce myself to you and tell you a little bit about me. I took my glasses off. Really, I wear glasses. I took them off because I wouldn't be able to see you because they're so, I guess, the film on them. Yeah, see? You wouldn't be able to really see before the reflection of the lights and everything. So I'm going to leave this tape as I initially taped it because I just want you to see me as the person that I am. And the most important thing I want you to know about me is that I see myself as a child of God, an ambassador of Christ. And there is no greater thing I can do on this earth besides love my children and grandchildren and love the Lord and serve. What you hear is Ginger. Oh, this is the little poodle I got for Christmas. And she's all over the place. She got these rings around her eyes. If you know anything that can help me with getting these rings off, please put it in the comments, because it's getting to be too much, as you can see. So she's really a sweetheart. And I'll tell you real briefly about how I happened to meet Ginger. About 2 weeks before I found out she was available, I was studying what dogs would be good dogs for people that's up in their 60s. I'll put it that way. And I'm talking about little bitty lap dogs, right? And so poodles was one of the I guess poodles came up as one of the best ones to have. Not to say that the other ones aren't great, but they're smart, they're loyal. And I saw this little white poodle was a male. I said, oh, Lord, I would love to have a poodle. 2 weeks later, because I'm thinking I can't afford a poodle, you know how expensive they must be. 2 weeks later, my sister-in-law and I were talking, my brother Mark's wife, and she says to me that her son has a poodle, a small dog, and they're trying to find a home for her. I won't go into the details because that's not necessary. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, I'm looking for a dog. And she said, a small dog? I said, yeah. She said, well, the dog is about 5 to 7 pounds, something. Okay. I didn't think to ask what breed it was. And that's the word I was looking for earlier. And she says, well, I'll tell him. Well, he called and sent a picture, and it happened to be a poodle. And so I actually picked her up on Christmas, last Christmas, 2021. And she and I have been together ever since. What I love about her is that she's smart, she's obedient, and she doesn't destroy my home. And she's so loving. So I'm so thankful to both God and to the family that decided to let me share in her life. Now, she's 10 years old. Her name is Ginger, but I call her Ginger Rogers because I like the way it makes her head twist. But this is my buddy, Ginger Rogers. And sometimes you may hear me mention Ginger Rogers, and that's who I'm talking to. So it has been almost going on 10 minutes, and I think I've shared enough so that you'll get to know me. I don't use my voice and my face on my videos because I like technology and I like to change. But I just wanted you to get to know me and for you to know that I am a woman of God. I am a real person. I am the church secretary, and I love what I do. And if you have any comments, or if you ever want to reach out and talk to me, you can reach me at the church. And my number is 440-944-5683. And thank you, and have a blessed life. Amen.